Hi there. So in this video, I'm going to demo you a project that I recently finished. It is actually using Claude AI to build a dynamic dashboard. So as you can see here, it's mentioned adaptive customer behavior analytics dashboard. So before I tell you what is that all about, what is that adaptive thing, let me tell you what is the customer behavior analytics. It is actually EDA. It is a kind of EDA exploratory data analysis that's performed on the customer's data. For instance, if you run if you run e-commerce website, or you own a mall and you are getting orders, so you get to know about you want to know what is the behavior of your customers, how are they purchasing. So if I go to Google, so it says uh, consumer behavior analysis is the study of how people make decision about products, service, organizations. It involves gathering analysis. So yeah, it's the EDA. Now coming to the project. So what is that all about? I have heard of Claude that's quite good at code generation or analysis, all such stuff. So since I have been running a Gen AI series, I have been writing blog posts under the category of Gen AI. So I just wanted, I was curious, I wanted to know how actually Claude works. So how this actually works and why it's called adaptive. So typically, when you come up with a dashboard, you usually upload a CSV file that would have some set of column that would have some hard-coded name. Then you will write the code based on those names, execute that code, and then you will come up with a front end in the dashboard that could be pulling the data from the certain API and generating the charts and all that stuff. But this is not the case here. Here I am relying on Claude. Actually, I'm relying on a couple of prompts here that are being sent to Claude. The very first prompt that will take the data, the CSV data. It could be the column names could vary. Like for instance, here are some samples files. So here is the file that actually I what is that? Here's the file that actually downloaded from Kaggle. So it has these columns, right? And then is the other file that I generated by GPT. It has these columns, and then there is another file. This is the fake file. It has nothing to do with data that belongs to behavior analysis. So each file have different columns. The system will figure out the column name, read the column names, the schema, and figure out how to generate the code of both Python and the dashboard. So since nothing will be static, so it will infer the columns and generate the code for both dashboard and execute. So let's select the first file. So I'm selecting the file name here, updated. Let's run it. Alright, so it took a while and it generated the dashboard, right? You see, based on this data, it generated the dashboard. Now, you can, before I move on to the next file, notice the card's name, average age, summary, subscription rate, whatever that is. So now I'm selecting another file. This is the test file. And here if I go to test file, it looks like this is how the test file looks like. Customer ID, age group. So this has different columns. It still has the data about the consumer behavior or the customer, how actually they are doing shopping, but the columns are different. Let's try again. It takes a while because what's been happening, it converts the CSV file into JSON, then merging that data, the scheme of the uploaded file into the prompt. It sends data to prompt. Prompt generates a Python code. That generated Python code gets executed at the runtime because that Python code doesn't exist in any file. The output of that Python file is then sent back to the another prompt that is responsible to generate dashboard, and that prompt generates the JavaScript and the HTML of the dashboard. So here is another, because this file was different, it's generated a different dashboard. So in short, you have a single dashboard, but due to Claude, thanks to the Claude, it is able to generate code at the runtime by inferring the data fields. Now again it's generated like this. How it's being, the way it is styling the dashboard, all such things, it is all being taken care by the Claude. And let's pick another file. This time this is the fake one. This has here's the file. Okay. This has nothing to do. Okay, I already have seen. I don't need it. So let's run the fake file. Alright, so the very first prompt gave the error, unable to infer required field analysis, ensure your CSV contains the recognizable column. So that is all about, as you see, that how Claude helps us to create a dynamic dashboard, or I say the adaptive dashboard, based on the data that is being sent to. So you don't have to write the code again and again based on the requirements or based on different data sets. In the next part, I will be discussing the technicals of it. If you are interested, so you can carry on. Otherwise, I would like to say thanks to you. I hope you would have liked it. And if you are interested to build something similar, so let me know. Thank you. Hello again. So in this part, I'm going to discuss some technical details, like how it has been built. So as I said, as I told you in the first part of the video, that uh, this particular project is based on couple of prompts. One that is responsible to fetch, takes the uploaded file and generates the Python code and executing that Python code. And the next prompt actually accepts the data that was generated by the Python code and uh, creates a dashboard. In fact, creates HTML and the JavaScript of the dashboard. So, though as you can see here, and there are so many prompts, there are so many variations of prompts. So, when I will be uploading it on the GitHub, so I will make sure that I uploaded all these prompts so that you can get the idea how actually it was built. So this is the main Flask file. Actually, it's a Flask project. So it is uploading. It uploads the file, and once it gets uploaded, this is reading the prompt. And what is that prompt? This is the prompt. So I will just skim through it. It's telling if you know the prompt engineering, that you would have idea about the different kinds of prompt, like the one-shot prompt, multi-shot prompt, so on and so forth. I already have written a blog post about the prompt as prompt engineering as well, so you can pick up on my blog. So this is telling that you are the analysis and the Python jet. So I'm telling dynamically identify the categorize the fields, performs modular analysis of category, returns output in JSON, right? So, and here you can see the placeholder fields and types. So what's been happening? It goes here, reads the prompt, and here I'm what I'm doing, the data. Okay, here there are few functions that are being used in this project. The very first is the extract sample data. So what I'm doing, the uploaded part is sent to this function. It gets read in Panda, and Panda figure out the columns types and the first few rows of the uploaded file, and send back here. And then because I'm sending this so that Claude gets to know what kind of data is being sent to it. So Claude prompts get combined, and then that data is sent to Claude. This is actually typical Claude function that is sending data to Claude. The data is written by the Claude because it's a JSON, and how it has done so far. Let me show you the output. So this is the generated code. When I send the data in JSON format in this prompt, it generated this code, right? It's quite a big code. And here, this is the main, and here, this is the uploaded file. Why it's generating the way it is, all is mentioned here. If you go here, I have mentioned the validation output requirements. If there is an error, it will set the error to, message will be unable to infer. Then here, the code is successfully generated, error false, entire Python code escape for valid JSON form. Code skipping, typical additional comment, do not include any explanatory stuff. Like when I was working earlier, it was generating the output which contains the stuff like here is the code, as if you have worked on the GPT or the typical prefixes and suffixes. The input handling, I'm instructing Claude that you would be generating a main function. This is the main function that is responsible to perform the EDA, and its parameter must be the CSV file. That CSV file path is actually the uploaded file. Again, it's performing all these stuff, and here you can see I'm saying don't include the main block. What was happening when I was running the code, executing the runtime code? It was not working somehow because it was generating the name block, and somehow AST, this is a Python library, it was not able to figure it out, and it was not executing the function at all. So I'm saying don't include this. So when the entire file is sent to AST, it runs fine. So I'm saying do not include the debugging, invoke main at the end of the script. So it's been here. Output example saying how this is the signature. This is the example. So if you know the multi-shot prompts or chain of thought prompts, it actually provides the example how it actually generates. So the more you tell an LLM how to provide an output, the better it would be. Because at the end of the day, LLMs are not some magical oracle ball. So it would create an output for sure, but you can't say the output is the one that you are looking for. It's hallucinating. So it provides files something like that, results, and you can see results here, and then performing dynamic analysis. So what kind of output it would generate? So I'm saying that when you perform whatever the file is uploaded by the user, it would have these sections. So these sections kind of hard coded, and whatever that would provide, it would get it whatever these kind of the dashboard sections, right? Or if you ask about the code, it is the dictionary, is the different dictionaries field. Dynamic field identification. Again, the thing what was happening that some file has mentioned age, some file has mentioned age group, other would have something region, some could have location, some could have country. So there was no issue at the first prompt stage, like it was working first just fine. But the dashboard thing in the JavaScript, when you are fetching the JSON data, you got to know what kind of fields that are being you can't hard code the fields, because if I'm saying the response dot age, but it is producing the response dot age group, so it's gonna break your dashboard code for sure. So this is why I came up with the idea of the another prompt, that is a dashboard prompt that we will see in a while. It's performing all analysis, and this is how it would generate the final output. I mean, the runtime code would generate dictionary fields, semi-strats, segmentation, purchasing. So these will be fixed. These fields will be fixed, but inside it, it could be anything, right? This could be anything based on the input file. So yeah, so it generates, it executes this code, and code returns the following output: error false, and demographic analysis. This is a computed code. This, whatever you are seeing here, it is the output of the generated Python file. So it's a long dictionary. This part has been done. Now this generated output is being sent to another prompt. And what is that prompt? So this is the prompt. You are front-end developer, tasked to create dashboard based on JSON data. This includes fixed top-level categories, which you've just seen. The data, again, I'm sending the dashboard JSON. This one. This data is being sent here, and I'm saying generate the HTML structure. Do not include HTML tag or the body tag. JavaScript code. Since I'm already using the jQuery, so it's generating the jQuery base code. I'm saying generate the raw. Yeah, I'm performing cleansing. I will tell you why actually I've done it. So these are two variables that are responsible within the dashboard, and I'm saying define the variable raw data. So the JSON, this data is being sent here. Performing the JSON.parse JSON function execution, parsing logic. Again, I'm providing the example here. So always remember, if you are generating the code, even if you are not generating the code, make sure that you provide the example to make the life easier of the learners. And then I'm saying you access these fields, because results dot results, because it's being sent into variable, and I'm saying what kind of charts you have to generate. Do not include ready. This is all. Input JSON, what kind of JSON is being provided to, right? This is the quite, and here output of this prompt is actually in XML. The reason why I really wanted to do the JSON, but somehow I was having some issues regarding the skipping and parsing, so I thought why not generate the XML of it. So this is a big XML. Let me show how it's generating. This is the file. Sorry, this is the prompt, and here is the yeah. So this is the generated XML. The dashboard/dashboard. It has two sections: HTML, is generating the entire HTML, And then is another section called JavaScript. It contains the JavaScript. You see the input, the output that was generated by the Python, it is being sent here. And after that, all these functions, they are being called generated dash, right? So this is how is actually generating the dash. So that's it. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you know some better way, then let me know. I'm already working on the other parts of the series, so maybe some other LLM. So I would try it. But if you ask me what is my feedback about the Claude, it's amazing. As far as the code generation is concerned and performing analysis, even if you are if you want to seek help of Claude to uh, design the architect of your system, so it is pretty cool. It's actually generate the diagrams as well, not only text. So thank you. Have a nice day.